We're back with Tom Arnold. We're talking about, Tom, a very painful part of your life. How did you keep from killing that guy when you saw him in Des Moines?
Well, two things happened. First of all, I have to say that when it started when I was 4, it was around the time that my mother left, and my mother would just kind of leave me with him. It's not something, when my dad, became in charge, we had babysitters, but it still went on because the guy was the neighbor. But, when I was 7, we had a gun. My dad had a gun in the house, and I'll tell you, if you have boys and you have a gun, and then in the other part of the house you had the cartridge that was locked in a lockbox. There was all, it was impossible. Yeah. But we had some, boys will find it and put it together and take it out. And I remember when I was 7, I was resisting him, and he said, he came outside. My dad pulled up and he said, he had a gun. He said I could shoot him between the eyes. And so the next day, I came out, I put the gun together, got out in the middle of the street, got the other kids all with me, and started yelling for Terry to come out of the house. He came out of the house, I said, if you ever threaten me or my dad or any of us, I'm going to, I didn't know how to use the gun. I could have shot myself and all my friends, and my dad got a call at work. Tommy's out in the middle of the street with a gun, and my dad comes around, driving home, and I never explained why. I just didn't know how to do that. So
what do you say to parents now, Tom?
I say to parents now, and one thing, let me say this too. This last Thanksgiving, my dad, he's 70, and somebody said, I bet he feels guilty about what happened. I said, well, how do you feel guilty? I never told him. So you got to talk to the kids and say, this happens. Be very aware of it. When I looked at my dad's eyes at Thanksgiving, it's hard. We don't say I love you a lot. And so I planned it at the hospital where he works, and there's this corridor where he puts on his coat, and I was so nervous. I was like, Dad, I just want to say I love you. And what happened, when I was a kid, that wasn't your fault. And you're my hero. And I could see the pain in his eyes. Yeah, even at 70, I thought, and so with a lot of parents, you just have to be aware, because pedophiles don't look the same. There isn't a picture of one. They could be anybody, anything, and, people that are, you got to trust people, but you keep your eye on your kids, and you talk freely with your kids. You listen to your kids. You talk about, touching. You talk about what's appropriate, and, especially in our case, this is the 60s, and because kids don't understand, and are also threatened. This is our secret. You're bad too, and we're going to keep it a secret. Or threaten your parents, the people you love, and but if you could do an appropriate dialogue, and there are ways to do that, you can protect them, and they will talk to you, they will share with you.
Tom, on many, many occasions, you have made me laugh. You're a great comedian, a great actor, but today, you didn't make me laugh. You make me cry, and I think I cry for all those kids out there that are being abused and molested, and I hope that parents will listen to their children and for those very special warning signs. I want to thank you for your candor.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks so much for being here today.
Let me do this. Thank you very much.